Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
It's time for the Lakers postgame show tonight as we recap Game 5 from Crypto.com Arena. Lakers Clippers is a final.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now. Here's Beto Duran.
An interesting game. A very, very interesting game. Lakers defeat the Clippers 130-125 in overtime. I'm just going to give out the number right now. 877-710 ESPN. 877-710-3776. The reason I'm giving out the number right now because I know there's a lot of Laker fans that have a lot to say about this game. Both good, both bad, both frustrating, both happy. I mean, there's just a lot of things. There's so many emotions that can go back and forth with you. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to listen to the post-game interviews that happened on ESPN, that happened on Spectrum Sportsnet, and happened right here on 710 ESPN. Where do we start with this game? And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I thought this game was done quick. Because the way that LeBron James was playing, a little slower. The way that Kawhi Leonard was playing, oh my goodness. And so at every game, I sit next to the stats crew, and they do a fantastic job, the Lakers interns for the season and their stats crew. And then they run stats out to the broadcasters, whether it's John and Michael, the TV crew, the ESPN crew, to the printer. So I am privileged to where they give me a printout after every quarter. So I keep my own notes on my computer, but they also hand me the notes, and I always make sure to write little notes on those sheets. This is the note that I wrote to myself after the first quarter. I'm looking at it right now, and I brought it in today. Normally, there's a couple things that I like. I'll circle some things. Like the first quarter, I circled Kawhi Leonard, 18. He had 18 first quarter points. Clippers shot 70%. That's what I had circled. And my note was over. That's what I wrote down. Over. As in the game was done at the end of the first quarter. Mind you, that it's a lot to play with. You still have a lot to go. You never want to count a team out. But that first quarter, looking around and how it sounded, and the way, Kawhi Leonard's not going to stay that hot the entire game, but it just didn't give me a team vibe watching the Lakers. That was the Lakers team that had that dog in them that was going to fight back. And mind you, they played Monday against Orlando. Clippers played last night against Orlando. So the Clippers won their second night of a quote back-to-back, even though they're at home. But they look like, oh, man, it's going to be one of those nights. This is the reason the Clippers have won 11 against the Lakers going back to 2020. My second half notes, right? First half notes, I wrote more. And outscored. At one point, the Clippers were up by 19. It just didn't look right. At the half, it was 61-48. And give you the behind the scenes, I usually come back to the studio about 10 minutes to go in the game. We're at Crypto.com Arena. Usually about 10 minutes to go, I come back. I was ready to come back after halftime. Like, you know what? Maybe I'll just do reports from there because I never had that sense that the Lakers were going to come back. And you know what they did? They shut me up. Damn good job by the Lakers fighting back, figuring things out, and shutting me up. And I'm not the only one who thought this game was done, too. They did get the victory, and they battled back, especially in that third quarter. That third quarter, they went on a 16-5 run to end it. They outscored the Clippers by 15. And all my note was right here. I wrote it down. Where's this been? Like, this is a team that's going to be frustrating many nights. This is a team that's still got to figure things out. The rotations really need to get tightened up. Health is going to be a factor for the Lakers moving forward. You go to this game, Rui Hachimura in concussion protocol. Rui was poked in the eye Sunday in Sacramento, Okay, he pokes in the eye. Okay, you got a scratch. Come Wednesday, it's now concussion protocol. Headaches. Like, what's going on here? Okay, so no Rui. And then you're thinking, all right, Prince. He's been good for them. Taurean Prince, solid. In the warm-ups this evening, Prince pulls up during the warm-ups in the layup line, says, hey, my knee's bugging me. He's out. So now Darvin Ham has to make that adjustment. And you still don't have Gabe Vincent. You don't have Vanderbilt out with their own injuries. So before we even start figuring things out, and I know a lot of people are blaming Darvin Ham for what's going on, I'm not going to be that guy. Because when you look at the rotations that you have, you look around and you're like, well, what do we got? Right? Yeah, at times you're looking like, wait, did we really have 3 7-footers on the floor in Anthony Davis, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood? Yeah, they did. Was there a point where there was no guard? Yeah. You had D'Lo, AD, Cam, Christian, Wood, and okay. Also, you had D'Lo, AD, Max Christie out there. Max Christie gets some run. And then now you see why Max Christie hasn't had that trust from the Lakers front office and the coaching staff. So before we want to jump on Darvin Ham and just say, oh, he's this, he's that, or he doesn't know what he's doing, it's like he has guys missing. So I'm going to give Darvin Ham that pass right there, because you can't get on him too much when he's getting ready for a game and they're like, hey, tap him on the shoulder. Hey, coach, by the way, Prince, not going tonight. What? We had a shoot around this morning. What? Yeah, so we're not going to get into that. Austin Reaves. I'm going to tell some Austin Reaves stories. So Austin Reaves tonight, 38 minutes, 15 points, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. Had the 7 assists, had the rebounds. You can always figure out some things in the box score that gets it going for you. But Austin Reaves is frustrating too. Austin Reaves doesn't look like Austin Reaves. And when we spoke to Darvin Ham before the game, he even said it. He's not concerned about him. Not that nervous time about him. But you got to give the league credit because the league saw him last year. They are now prepping for him. They are now ready for him. Could he be tired? To borrow the line of Michael Thompson, you're a professional athlete. You stay at the big hotels. You fly private. You're not tired. And Austin Reaves isn't going to be the one making the excuses for him. So I get there early. I get there at least 2 hours before the game. I'm sitting on the floor, and he's working out with Phil Handy. He does a fantastic job, player development, skills training with the players. And Austin Reaves, who did get the haircut the other day, I wrote this down in my notes too, just doesn't look comfortable when he's warming up. Mind you, this is my very, very untrained eye. But for years, one of the things I've always loved is go early and watch players warm up. They're not doing the 25 dribble moves that you see with the Instagram trainers, right? They're not doing these crazy spin moves. It's catch, shoot, go. Catch, shoot, go. Work on things. And Austin Reaves just doesn't have that look of a guy who is that killer who's in that zone shooting. You know, us hackers, us chuckers, you go to the gym and you put up a shot and you're like, oh, that feels good. And then it doesn't go in and you're like, oh, man. You see that a lot from Austin Reaves. Just doesn't look comfortable shooting right now. And he did go 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. But there was a sequence where early on in the game, Austin Reaves looked tentative. He had a turnover instead of taking a shot. He had a fast break where Austin Reaves that we saw last year would have gone to the bucket, probably drawn an and one, but he slowed it down and gave it to LeBron, who ended up going 1-on-2 and getting the bucket. And there was also an air ball out there. You know, it just if the Lakers want to be successful and avoid overtime games, you're going to really need Austin Reaves to get into the mix with that. But the Lakers do get the victory tonight. It's a team that is 3-2, but it could easily be a team that's 1-4. They got by Phoenix with no Booker and no Beal. Yep. Orlando the other night was tough. Tonight, in overtime. They were down 19 at one point. You got to give the Lakers a lot of credit for battling, clawing back into this, when they could easily just said, you know what, we got a couple of days off, we're going to go on a road trip, and just fold it up. Clippers are good. They're damn good, the way that they played. But no way the Clippers were going to shoot 70% for the game. Them shoot 47. Kawhi Leonard, 38. Paul George, 35. Russell Westbrook, 24. But if you look at the Lakers, 3 players sent off the bench. 18 points off the bench, 10 of those from Christian Wood. There's no depth with this Laker team right now. And that's a concern for me because of the injuries and just trying to figure out the rotations. Give us a call. Lakers postgame show. I'm Beto Duran. Just a reminder, do not miss a minute of action all season long. All Laker games are streaming on the ESPN LA app. That's right, on the app. Download the ESPN LA app in the App Store or Google Play. We're on YouTube tonight, so if you want to jump in on the ESPN LA YouTube page, feel free. We got the Lakers postgame show community. Jump in on that. We will have our social media segment tonight. My producer extraordinaire, Michael Funch, is with us tonight. Will Flores is here with us tonight. Funch, who we got from the social media crew tonight?
We got DeAndre and Nathan.
DeAndre and Nathan. Nathan is making his postgame debut.
Yes, man. Yeah, I've never heard this guy talk too, man. So I'm really interested in this segment coming up.
All right, cool. So we will take your calls, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Lakers defeat the Clippers for the first time since 2020, snapping an 11-game skid. They win 130-125 in overtime. Your calls coming up, and also with the postgame presser. All that and more on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Chris.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame.
Here's Beto Duran.
Oh, Lakers get the victory, 130-125 in overtime. Funch, where's that stat you just handed me right now? Let's see here. I got all kinds of good paperwork here. Funch, I'm sorry, my man. You just gave me that good stat. I wanted to be specific with you. That's right. Here it is. July 30th of 2020 is the last time the Lakers beat the Clippers. That was in the bubble. They've lost the last 11 meetings. I wanted to make sure I got the specific date for you. It's just weird when you say that they won in July of a year, but it was the bubble. LeBron James tonight, 42 minutes, 35 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 13 of 19, the most points ever in a game by a player in their 21st season. There are so many LeBron points. So LeBron already has the most points in a game, most 20-point games, most 25-point games, most 5-assist games, most first 15-rebound game, first 25 and 5. It just goes on and on and on. Crazy stats with him. Anthony Davis tonight, 27, 10, 2 steals, 4 blocks, 10 of 18 for the field goals. The first player with 20 blocks this season. Anthony Davis in the last 4 games. 27, 30, 30, 26. A stud, Anthony Davis. Austin Reaves was on Section Sportsnet after the game, and the reason I want to hear Austin Reaves is because I know that a lot of people want to talk about him. Austin Reaves on Spectrum Sportsnet.
All right, Austin Reaves, what a game. Let's start at the finish. So you have the ball out in the wing. You see the Clippers bring an extra defender. How did you pick out the corner pass? And then after the shot went out, how about C. Wood flying in for the putback?
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to be open if they send a double. I mean, it's just about making the right play. I seen Bron in the high quad, and I mean, if I was a player, I wouldn't leave Bron. So, seeing the corner passes open, Cam took a good shot, and C. Wood made a play.
A couple of uncharacteristic, tough shooting nights for you the previous few, Austin, but these moments down the stretch, you had a lot of those in the postseason. What did it feel like to just kind of get back into that rhythm and flow?
It feels good. Yeah, I mean, no athlete ever goes without, having some type of off-night struggle. And I can promise you one thing, I want to make shots way more than anybody else wants me to make shots. So, once those shots start to fall, it's going to be a good feeling. Ending this game the right way, is a step in the right direction. Obviously still didn't shoot it the way I wanted to, but it's a great team win. And, regardless of who's in the game, we feel comfortable with what we got.
Well, there are also a number of plays, Austin, you made when the shot wasn't going in, crashing in for defensive rebounds. You got the deflection on Kawhi before throwing that up for LeBron. Is that part of what you pride yourself on, finding ways to contribute?
Yeah, I mean, anytime your shot's not falling, there's a million things on the court you can do, to impact the game. And, that was really my main focus going into this game was, not to press because it's easy to do. When your shot's not falling, it's easy to get into a mindset of, I gotta get myself in a rhythm. And, that was not my, intentions to come into this game. I started the game horrible, had too many turnovers, but everybody was there to, pick me up and, go win the.
Yeah, I'll take that right there. I started off the game horrible, and guys were there to pick me up. Austin Reaves with Mike Trudell on Spectrum Sports Net. That's really good. We're also going to hear from Anthony Davis, who was on the postgame show with Michael and John Ireland here on 710 ESPN. All right, let's go out to Oxnard, the 805. Anthony, you're on ESPN, on 710 ESPN postgame show. What's up, Anthony?
First, I want to say, wahoo! We finally beat the dang Clippers. Second, I want to say Austin Reaves stepped it up big time. He started off horrible, but he had 7 rebounds, 7 assists at the beginning of the half. The first half, and he stepped it up with the points in the second half. I think he's the reason why we got the W today.
Yeah, one of the things for that, Anthony, appreciate the phone call. If you want to join us, to 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Funch, remember when I told you at halftime that Austin Reaves was the first one out on the court?
Yeah.
Yeah, so after the first half, Austin Reaves, let me give you that stat, and our fantastic statistician for John Ireland, Doug Mann, kept track of how many shots that Austin Reaves took.
Yeah, and it's his last season this year, too, Doug Mann.
Doug Mann, the best in the business. Doug said he counted that Austin Reaves, who came out early, and guys always come out for warm-ups, but they don't really put in work. Austin Reaves looked like he was doing his pregame shooting. He went 20 for 21 in the shots that he had at the half. Again, unofficial, but that's what he was doing the work. At the end of the first half, Austin Reaves, his stat line, he was 1 for 5, 2 points. 5 assists, though, so he was doing something, but just from the field just didn't look right. He ends up finishing the game with 15 points. Still went 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Let's see here. Let's go out to Brea. Charles, you're on 710 ESPN. What's up, Charles?
How you doing, sir?
What's up?
Are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
I think something I don't know what you think about this, but regarding Austin Reaves, I think there is a level that we all can sort of mitigate some of our high expectations for him. But I think a big part of sort of the slow start, too, is all the basketball he played, playoffs, and then for FIBA. I think he looks tired, man. Like
okay, Charles. Okay, let me give you
especially the legs.
Okay, Charles. Yeah, and that's something that Darvin Ham addressed. That he's like, the guy went through a lot, but there was a lot of other guys in the NBA that did that. Tyrese Halliburton, for example, other guys did that. And Charles, at the end of the day, though, you can say that happened, but how long ago was that? You're still missing your shots. Like, you don't forget how to make shots, do you?
No, totally fair, and I won't say that's completely wrong. I think that it's possible, especially with the shooting for the legs. When it was a while ago, but it's a lot of time for a guy who's still sort of younger in his career, and I just think it's possible that is part of the equation. But I hear you.
I hear you. And Charles, we appreciate the phone call. Brea, love that going to Brea, man. I'm out there on the 50th. I tried to go to Islands the other day at Brea. It's up for renovations right now, man.
Really?
Yeah, wow. The one right there by the mall, man. It was getting me.
It's a good mall, too.
Really good mall, yeah. My daughter played soccer right by there, and I was like, oh, heck yeah, I'm going to take them to Islands. But nah.
Also a hat across the street, too, which is really good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Lakers win 130 to 125. Let's see here. This is the team that had Anthony Davis. And I think, you know what? I know it's easy to say it, that we could just go with LeBron every single game, but it could be Anthony Davis. But I really love the way that Christian Wood played tonight. And for that, I'm going to say that Christian Wood is our player of the game.
Austin Reaves, who's hit the last 2 shots for the Lakers. Dribbles right, falls down. Got it to Christian Wood for 3. It's good. Timeout, Clippers. 1-point game. Clippers 82. Lakers 81.
And Christian Wood, the reason we're giving him that, he had the 10 points, 11 rebounds in 29 minutes of action off the bench. Lakers only had 3 players off the bench tonight. Max Christie had 5 points. Hayes had 3, but Christian Wood, a plus 14. Love that. And that's why he's the player of the game, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Let's go out to Adrian in West LA. Adrian, you're on 710 ESPN.
Beto, good evening, man. How are you?
Good. How you doing, Adrian?
I'm doing well. Reaves and D'Lo started off slow, and I was
everybody did. Everybody.
No, yeah, right. No, right. But I was looking at my social media, and man, Laker fans are brutal. They wanted D'Lo traded already. I was like, damn, the season just started. But I'm glad that at the end, he pulled through. So did Reaves. But yeah, I mean, great, victory for the Lakers. Even though, yes, they finally beat the Clippers, but to me, that's meaningless. I'd rather take the 17 banners over a, winning streak. But good victory, for the Lakers.
Adrian, we appreciate the phone call. We'll talk to you later on. Okay, see, that's the positive one, because Adrian's going to be, no matter what, he's going to be there. But there's also some Laker fans that are like, I don't know about this one. I think Steven La Habra might be one of those. Steve, you're on 710 ESPN. How you feeling? Wrong one. My fault right there. The other, there you go. Steven La Habra. What's going on, Steve?
There you go. Hey,
sorry about that. I pushed the wrong
button.
What's up?
Brea is the greatest mall around, and you don't have to worry about smash and grab when you go to the Brea Mall. Brea comps, La Habra comps kind of covered. Just want to let you know, too, you guys are the best producer in Funches. He's amazing. Like, when I call in, all the years I've dealt with him, it's like, if my call isn't strong, he's like, nah, click, bye, call again later.
Well, that's the kind of standard we got here. It's exactly what we got.
He's the best. But I want to talk about 2 things. A, the Lakers really shouldn't celebrate this win. Didn't the Clippers have, 9 guys on the roster tonight? I mean, the beard isn't there. I don't want Fat James Harden on my Clippers.
Okay, but hold on. Okay, all right, let's keep it on the Lakers here. Lakers only had 3. The Lakers only had 3 players off the bench. They had a guy get hurt before the game in Prince.
See, Reaves reminds me of Brock Purdy with the 49ers. Is there a reason why Reaves wasn't drafted and Brock Purdy was the last draft in the NFL? Like you said earlier, they got him figured out.
Well, that's not fair. Steve, I thought you were going to be better than this, man. Come on. First of all, the NFL draft is way different from the NBA draft because there's only 2 rounds. And Reaves would have been drafted, but his agency said, "Hey, let's find a way to get to the Lakers." So, like, not like he was a bum coming out of college. He was a dude, man.
You said it yourself that they've got him figured out.
Yeah,
So
no.
the
I said
coaches
Darvin
in
Ham
the
said
NBA
that Darvin Ham said that the players in NBA, the teams figure out. That's it. The more tape they get on you, there. But he's not a bum. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying he's a bum. I'm saying they got him figured out.
Okay, so now what? So
you're 25 when nobody's guarding him when they're throwing him passes, but when the game counts, how did he shoot?
Yeah, and at the end of the game, when it counts, he had the ball in his hand and he was making things. Steve, I'm disappointed in you. I was expecting better from you. You're really look at this, Steve. This is gonna be interesting with you this season, isn't it?
I can't wait. All right, so you guys have a good night. Be safe.
I'll see you, Steve. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you. On
good fun there. On good fun.
No, of course it is. But you can't go and say that he's this and that. Like, I like Steve, though. Steve's a good caller. Make sure you put him up for me every single time. Lakers win for the first time with the Clippers since July 30th of 2020 in the bubble. They lost their last 11. Well, that's done. We'll take your phone calls, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. We will take your calls, more of that. But coming up, our social media segment with my man DeAndre and our new guy on the staff,
Nathan,
who we got to interview Nathan, see what he's about. And also we're going to hear from Anthony Davis after the postgame with John Ireland and Michael Thompson. Lakers win 130-125 in overtime.
You know how to work that mic in there, right? You know how to work that mic in there, right? You know how to work the mic?
It's Evan Cohen, Unsportsmanlike with Evan Candy and Michelle.
the Lakers play here.
This is the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
Once again, here's Beto Duran.
Lakers win 130-125 in overtime. They're 3-2 on the season. They came back and battled. One of the stat numbers that shows up, I mean, obviously Austin Reaves, you want to see him knock down some shots. You win 0 for 3. Anthony Davis, 0 3-point attempts tonight. That's right. 0 3-point attempts tonight. Did go to the line 9 times. Lakers had him at plus 11 tonight. At one point during this game, Lakers went big. It's one thing to go Twin Towers, right? You know, that was a KD. That was a Kevin Durant. What was it? What am I thinking? Tim Duncan and David Robinson, right? But the Lakers had 3 7-footers out there at one point. Anthony Davis, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood. And let's go out to Steve, who was at the game. Steve, you want to talk about the big lineup, don't you?
Yeah, man. Size matters, okay? Ladies know it, and I think.
Come on, you're better than that. You're better than that. Come on, man. Come on, that's your line. That's your line. Come on, man. Done with this guy. Done with this. You can't call in here and say that line. Come on. If you're gonna make a joke, at least have a better one than that, man. Steve, you're disappointed. Come on, don't go for the low hanging fruit, man. Do not go for the low-hanging fruit here. We got a higher standard for that. Darvin Ham did talk about his lineup tonight, and this is what he had to say on Spectrum Sportsnet.
Their athletic ability, their length, their size, their ability to move their feet, and it also allowed us to finish the quarter without having to rush Bron back into the game. And so that 3-man lineup across the front line, and Jackson and AD and Christian Wood, you know, these guys take up a lot of space defensively. They all have great hands. They all get off the floor and block shots. So anything at the rim is going to be highly contested. And
yeah, that was at the end of the second quarter, and Anthony Davis with 4 blocks. Christian Wood had a block. Jackson Hayes had a block. So that's why we saw that. Anthony Davis on the postgame show was on with John Ireland and Michael Thompson. Let me get that for you guys. Anthony Davis... just play you a snippet of it. I want you guys to hear how he sounds after 48 minutes and the victory.
First of all, congratulations. You guys trailed by 19 in the first half. What keyed the comeback to this victory?
Closing out well defensively. Man, this is a hell of a game.
Yeah, sure was.
These are the type of games you wake up for, especially against them, man. Cross-town rivals. Obviously, we knew what their streak was, 11 straight against us. But, yeah, man, it's our resiliency on the defensive end, not giving up. Obviously, they had guys who had it going, made some tough shots. PG, Kawhi made some tough ones at the end, but we just kept fighting. Kept getting, one stops, and then going down the other end and execute. Bron getting to his package. Austin got it going in overtime. So we just played with a lot of resilience, a lot of fight. But man, this is a fun game.
Anthony Davis, all the rage in the NBA lately has been go small, go wing. But every time Darvin Ham uses the big lineup with you and Christian Wood or Jackson,
I'll just take him back after we're done. Yeah.
For you, so I think
if you need to talk to me in here, talk board op. You see where it says talk board op?
Ben,
the button and then talk to me.
Rebound, obviously, as you've seen, the last possession, just trying to get those offensive rebounds, but that's all it was. When we go big, we have opportunity to not only get defensive rebounds, but as you saw C. Wood at the end to seal the game with a tip dunk, get offensive rebounds. So, we're still trying to figure out, what lineups we're going to use and when we're going to use them. Obviously, when Gabe gets back, Vando gets back. TP, I think he was out. So, once we get everybody back, then we have a little bit more set lineup.
Yeah, and right here you hear him say TP, I think, was out. The Lakers didn't know that Taurean Prince was going to be out of the game until he got to the layup line. Like, hey, my knee doesn't feel right. We'll say he was not available. And then during the game, we got the notice that he is officially unavailable. So, the figuring guys out. No Prince, no Vanderbilt, no Vincent, no Rui. Lakers get the victory 130 to 125. Let's go to Miami. 305. Renee, you're on 710 ESPN.
Hey, man, can you hear me out there?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Dude, I'm walking the dog, man, because I can't sleep after the victory. Has it really been since 2020 that they beat these guys?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
But they got the win. First time since July 30th of 2020. But that was in the bubble.
I know. I just want to say two quick things. First of all, with Davis, I mean, is he related to Vlade Divac or something? Because this dude cannot stay on his feet. That spin move he goes in is kind of wild. He can't finish strong at the hoop. That's why he gets rejected very often for a dude that big.
Yeah, Lakers will be in Miami on Monday. Renee, I appreciate you. Give us a call as you're walking the dog. Vlade Divac, I don't think they're related because I don't think Anthony Davis smoked cigarettes during the game like Vlade used to do. But
Marlboro Light.
Yeah, he had those heaters going. Lakers win 130 to 125. We got some news coming out tomorrow. I got a little nugget for you guys too. But right now, let's bring in our social media squad. D'Angelo.
DeAndre.
I'm looking at D'Angelo Russell on my screen right now. DeAndre Hawkins?
That's right. Hawkins, DeAndre Hawkins.
Hawk! And who do we got with you tonight?
Oh, we got Nathan, man. Nathan is, he was one of our interns, but he got hired on.
Okay. All right. So if you're listening for the first time on Postgame Laker Talk, what we like to do during the social media segment is I said I want to come up with an opportunity for the young guys and ladies on our staff to give them a segment where they can come up and they give me the social media currency. That way we can sound young and hip when we go to work tomorrow. And also an opportunity for them to crack the mic and get some knowledge in there, get some tape in there. So when they're looking for a job somewhere, they're like, hey, you got anything on your reel? I sure do. I was on Postgame Laker Talk. So Nathan is with us tonight?
That's right. Nathan is with us.
Well, let him talk.
My fault.
Nathan, where you at?
I'm right here. This is Nathan.
That's what you sound like, Nathan. Jeez.
So he does talk. Nathan's the buff guy, right?
I do have a voice.
Is Nathan the buff guy?
Yes, he is a buff guy.
All right, he's all tatted up with the buff, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nathan, where are you from?
I am from a place between Pasadena and Glendale called Eagle Rock, California.
Eagle Rock?
Oh, dang.
Okay, Eagle Rock. There you go.
Got some money, man.
All right. Did you, what school do you go to?
I went to Eagle Rock High School, and then now I'm going to Cal State Long Beach.
All right, go 49ers or Dirtbag or Shark or Beach, whatever they call it.
We're LB the Shark.
Casabianca.
Casabianca.
There we go.
Yeah,
Casabianca pizza.
Party at the Nugget. Let's go. All right, what do you got, Nathan?
Yeah, so a couple things here. So on my way back across the street, leaving the arena, I heard a bunch of people saying that they felt like they were literally, and I quote, stabbed with a shot of adrenaline after this loss. After this win. My bad. That, and I feel like what I'm seeing on social media is a lot of fans still kind of living in the past a little bit. But I think that going forward, we might be able to string together a few more nights like tonight where it feels like we took like 500 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you're in the zone right there. Good. All right. So what else we got, guys?
So quick one we got. So we started to go on halftime. We started to go on the court and do some social videos with any celebrities that we see. So if you guys haven't, check out our X and check out Instagram on our stories. We actually got a social video with Sway Lee, Ray Schwimmer.
I saw that. He was dancing.
He was dancing all up on the sideline. So, but I got a question for you. So when
he was in the Jack Nicholson seats.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson seats. I gotta remember that every time I see.
Just say they're the Jack Nicholson seats.
So that was him in the Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
he was
okay, cool. He was in the yellow.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys. All right. So when we were walking over there was a group of people, obviously on different social sides, and they were literally just sitting there and just trying to chat it up and kind of like, not really trying to interact with them. They're kind of more
just hovering around
them and not trying to, because when we do stuff like that, we're in and out. We just want to get your social media, give us a quick shout out, and move on. But these people were lingering around and just trying to, kind of get in the way. Have you ever been in a situation where you try to interact with a celebrity or anyone that you try to do a social video with, and they kind of are just there just to be there?
All right. So I was around when Twitter started in 2009, and I was around when Instagram started. So the reason I got a lot of followers, Beto Vision, by the way, on Instagram, is because I would go and post stuff because the reporters were the older guys were like, what's that social media stuff? So I was ahead of the game, right? And you just got to know, you don't want to be the lingerer. You got to get in, get out, boom. Like Simple as that, man. So you want to be like it's like when you're coming off the bench, right? Like Christian Wood coming off the bench. You got to get in, get some blocks, get some steals, make it happen. That way the coach keeps you in there.
And then one last one. So before the game, we saw that LeBron was shaking hands with the majority of the Clippers players, shaking hands with Kawhi, shaking hands with PG, shaking hands with Zubac. And then all of a sudden, we see Westbrook standing on the baseline, and LeBron, kind of ignored that and didn't want to go shake hands with them. Do you feel like there's still some animosity between Westbrook and the Lakers?
Is this the case of we were just coworkers? We're not really friends like that?
You're talking to the wrong guy because I got friends and I got work friends. As simple as that. It's not a big deal, man. That's just one of those whatever. And plus, everybody knows how the Brody gets, man. Russell, when he's playing, he's not your friend, right? He's that dog. He gets after. I was actually talking with his brother Ray before the game, and he said everything's good with the Westbrook family and the Clippers. All right, that's enough for you guys.
Nathan, do you want to talk about anything that your first experience at the Lakers game, man?
Oh, it was your first game working, Nathan?
Yeah, actually, I haven't been to a Lakers game since the Powell and Kobe team. I think it went back in 2008.
Fantastic, good for you, man.
Yeah. Other than that, it's just did some stuff at USC football games, but the whole vibe of the Lakers crypto arena, it's just a totally different atmosphere. I got so many notifications on my watch that the sound levels are over 90 decibels and can cause hearing loss, cool. But hope to hear a lot more of that the rest of the season.
All right, there you go, man. Well, Nathan, congratulations, welcome, and make sure you keep that credential, you save it, you frame it, take that picture, put it up there. There's nothing wrong with doing that, man. It's I remember the first credential I ever got was the LA Kings credential, and I still got it. My first Angel one, still got it. It's just weird when you see your name, and then underneath it is says ESPN. So appreciate that. Appreciate your help, and thanks for all your help today, man.
Absolutely.
All right, DeAndre Hawkins.
You can follow me on X at DCashMoney01 and on Instagram at DeAndre_Hawkins.
Yeah, and follow all the stuff we're doing on Instagram, MillerNate88. Miller like the beer, Nate88.
There you go. All right, Funch, something happened to you today?
Yes, man. I had some star experiences in the media room.
What happened?
I walked in during halftime, and I saw maybe the richest guy in the world, Steve Ballmer.
Okay.
Waiting for the bathroom. In line. He's literally like the top 5 richest dude in the world. Why is he waiting with the rest of the media to go to the bathroom?
Because it's not a Clipper home game.
Beto, he can just pull out like $1,000 cash and be like, hey, here's some money, get out.
I wish I would have been in line. I would have moved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here.
Because I saw that also too. That he was on the court, but it's not a Clippers home game, so he doesn't have the run of it. He had a regular seat. He's at his regular
but
spot.
I mean, don't most of these security guards work Clipper games and know who he is? And
yeah, but I mean, Funch, where's he going to go? He's got to go to the bathroom.
I mean, I know there's a secret entrance somewhere that he can go. The genie and Steve Ballmer entrance
doesn't mean he has access to it. And I'll tell you something else about that. But I do have the social media currency. Lakers are going to release tomorrow their City Edition jersey.
Oh, I've seen the rumors about it too.
What rumor did you see?
I saw a black jersey. It's a black jersey.
I do know. I found out today. This is why you guys got to always hang out with me. I saw a picture of it. And by picture, it means I saw a concept of it. So it's going to be a black jersey. I know that much. But I don't know anything else about it. But it will be released tomorrow. The Lakers City Edition jersey will be coming out tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. I usually like the City Edition jerseys. And, again, we know why they have them because it's a money thing and you make some money. But if it's done right, like I ain't going to lie, I love the Clippers black jerseys. Those are cool. But if the Lakers come out with the fire black jersey, I might have to buy it.
I'm surprised they never came back with the Mamba jersey.
That's a different thing. That's not an NBA thing. That's a family thing.
Oh, really?
Wait, which one are you talking about?
The black jerseys, the black Mamba
jerseys.
Yeah.
That's, it's always something to do, right? All right, coming up, if we'll take one more segment. We'll take your calls, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Lakers get the victory tonight, but there was one thing that, if you go back and look, the Lakers, Michael Thompson was talking about how they need to crash the boards. They need to do a better job on second chance opportunities, but also what they needed to do, especially when they have the big man, is get into the paint. Lakers tonight, they lose the battle in the paint 56-54, but they had the 7-footers. At one point, that discrepancy was really bad. So tonight's points in the paint, Clippers with 56, Lakers with 54. And the points in the paint all season long, sponsored by Vista Paint, locally owned and manufactured for over 65 years. Vista Paint is your home for factory direct, high-quality paint products. Vista Paint, your championship team of paint professionals for over 65 years. Coming up, we're going to hear a little bit from Darvin Ham. Again, not going to get on him too much tonight. Short-handed, but we're going to hear from Darvin Ham coming up. That, your phone calls, and also the mind of Michael. Michael Thompson has some doozies tonight during the broadcast. That's coming up on Postgame Lakers Show. Lakers win 130 to 125. Give us a call, 877-710-ESPN on the Lakers Post.
Here's Beto Duran.
Lakers win 130 to 125 in overtime. Their next game will be Saturday in Orlando. Darvin Ham, he has LeBron James, and you got to use him, right? Of course you do. You want to try to keep LeBron James minutes somewhere controllable. Now, is 30 minutes the hard cap that we've talked about? No. Somewhere around there? Yeah. Tonight, LeBron James goes 42 minutes. But they needed him. They needed him to get that victory. And here's Darvin Ham on LeBron James, courtesy of Spectrum Sportsnet.
Yeah, just that, man. Just being efficient. You know, the way he prepares himself, you know, in preparation for whatever we have to do on a particular day, whether it's a non-game day, a game day, the work he puts in on his body, his sleeping habits, nutrition, all of that, you know, working on his game constantly. His jump shot is really, you know, just big time. Putting a lot of work in on that jumper, and it's paying dividends. And his ability to quarterback the whole situation, constantly talking. The communication is at a high level with both he and AD. And you know, just him showing trust and belief in these guys that's around him, and that inspires them to step up and not be afraid to make mistakes, but just to go hard and compete. And they're making plays all around him as well as himself. And again, he doesn't prepare to just be available and to be another body on the floor. He prepares to be at a high level. not only available but available and elite. And so kudos to him. But it's just been a process this year of us figuring each other out as a group. And
it's trying to figure that out as a group. Lakers get the victory tonight. Don't miss any minute of action this season. All Laker games are now streaming on the ESPN LA app. Download the ESPN LA app in the App Store or Google Play, and you can hear Michael Thompson and John Ireland going back and forth on this game. Austin Reaves, let me play you guys a sequence right here. Austin Reaves tonight had this going on. And I told Rebecca, who does the highlights for us, can you isolate this for me? This is Austin Reaves in the first quarter.
Here is Austin Reaves, top of the key. Reaves picks up his dribble, has 5 to shoot, gets it to Christian Wood. He gets it to Jackson Hayes. Back to Reaves, has got to shoot it. Very disjointed possession.
Right there, John just said it. Disjointed possession. Just did not look right in the first half. And Austin Reaves, tell you guys, if the Lakers they're going to need him, right? They're really going to need him. In the first half, Austin Reaves, 1 for 5, 0 for 2 from the line, only 2 points. But the way that he finished the game, completely different. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 7 assists. And the second half just looked like a different guy.
6-point Clipper lead. Here's Austin Reaves. Crossover dribble, 2-pointer, good. He had a beautiful ball fake there that left Norman Powell on the floor. 4-point lead.
Yeah, and Austin Reaves, 5 games, and you're trying to figure out exactly what it is. And watching him warm up, taking his pregame shots with Phil Handy, he's working hard. He wants to get the shots down. It's a lot of the shots were in and out. Those ones that are rimming in and out. And here's what he had to say about his shots finally going in on Spectrum Sportsnet.
It felt really good to see a shot go in. Made my first one, and then I missed like 6 in a row. But making the baseline jumper, or the coming off the ball screen, middle jumper, and then the baseline jumper, just felt good. And shout out to D-Lo for constantly being in my ear this whole time. Like, forget all of it. Like, you're a really good basketball player. Don't let that slip. Like, you go do what you're supposed to do. And, like I've said, you go through stretches like this, and you have to fight your way out. And, that's what I'm doing.
Exactly doing that. So for everybody that's concerned about Austin Reaves, the dude's going to put in the work. The dude's going to find the extra shots. The dude's going to find something he can do to contribute for the team when the shot's not going down. But you can hear that, right, Funch, that it is voiced oh, man, finally it's
going in.
Yeah.
Jeez, sense of relief.
And you can also sense that in the arena, too, where fans are like, oh.
Maybe he needs to do that every halftime now and just come out and just start gunning 3-pointers.
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and does that, right? So that's something about that. So the Lakers get the victory right now. And here's when you got the support of your team. They know that Austin Reaves is a gunner. They know Austin Reaves is a hooper. You don't go to Team USA. You don't play with LeBron James if you're not.
What I've seen is someone that had a long playoff run and then played a lot of basketball in the summer. So it's going to take a little bit for his legs to get back wet underneath him. But the competitiveness and what he brings to our team goes without question. So we can care less if he's not making shots, because he does so many other things out on the floor as well. Even tonight he didn't shoot like he would like to shoot. Didn't make any of his threes that he's accustomed to making, but still chipped in with 8 boards and 7 assists, and timely shots down the stretch. Big time 3 steals. So, he's still a big time player for us. He's one of our key guys that we need to play well, even if he doesn't make shots, and that's what makes him really good, because he doesn't need to make shots to be effective.
Doesn't need to make shots to be effective. LeBron James on Spectrum Sports Net. And, of course, don't miss a minute of action. All Laker games on the ESPN LA app. Download the ESPN LA app in the App Store or Google Play. First win for the Lakers over the Clippers since July 30th of 2020. Back in the bubble. Lakers finally snapped that 11-game losing streak to the Clippers. And you know what you need? You need a break. You need a break from every day. Well, fans, it might be your lucky day because tonight, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away 2 nights stay plus dinner, golf, or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at FantasySprings.com. And, LeBron knows about long playoff runs, playing Team USA, a busy summer. He knows what his body needs to do. Austin Reaves, welcome to being a guy on the billboard. I saw that billboard today. On the side, it's like some kind of lawyer.
It's Lemon Daddy.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is.
All right. He's got all kinds of good stuff coming up. All right, so as we wrap up the show, Lakers will play on Saturday in Orlando. I will not be here. Andy Kamenetsky will be jumping in. I will be in Costa Rica working a fight on DAZN for Golden Boys. I leave in 7 hours. I take off. So I got to go home and pack. But is DeAndre and Nathan, they still here? Yep.
Yeah, they're still here.
All right, cool. So somehow we got to get this sponsored. Somehow it's got to happen. Because when you sit at a Laker game, this is why you got to get the app so you can listen to Michael Thompson. There are things that Michael says during the game, and he'll say, hey, Funch, just look that up. Instead of saying it like to him off the air, he'll say it on the air. And okay, let's start with this one, all right? Free throws. Michael Thompson was talking about the free throws, and I want Nathan and DeAndre to involve yourself in this one, right? Let's just all hear it right here. Here's what it says. Free throws / free shots, Michael's comments. The mind of Michael Thompson on 710 ESPN.
Lakers are shooting 40%. Clippers at 61. Lakers are doing well. They'll be down only 11, maybe 9 if Davis converts these 2 free shots. We always call them free throws, but you don't throw the ball there, you shoot it. So why don't we always call it free shots, Ireland? How did they come up with a throw?
You want me to change to free shots?
Yes, because he's not throwing the ball to the basket, he's shooting it. So somebody, when they...
Well, there's someone who came along long before you and I who came up with
let's make this a free throw. So you don't get to the line and throw the ball. That's like having the pitchers on the mound and he's going to shoot the ball. No, a pitcher throws, basketball players shoot.
Funch, you were next to him. What'd you think of that?
I mean, he's right. I mean, why do we call it where does the word throw come from?
Yeah,
in basketball.
I kid you not. I was sitting behind him, and at first I'm shaking his head. The more he talked and he explained it, like, oh, he's onto something here. DeAndre, you played hoop.
Look, man, I'm gonna go against the crowd on this one.
Okay.
All right. It's called a free throw for a reason. Okay.
Okay.
Because the way your arm is moving, you are in a way, in a sense, throwing the ball. Because you're releasing your shot, you're throwing it.
All right, okay.
I would love to see this argument between DeAndre and Michael next time he comes in studio.
All right,
I would love to do it.
Nathan?
Yeah, I'll let them have that argument. No, see, I played my fair share of basketball in my life, but when I hear free shots, I'm hoping for a free shot at Tequila Mandala.
Hey!
Line of the night.
Look at him. Somebody was there. All right. Will, you don't talk, right?
Once in a while.
Do you want to talk on this one?
Look, MT is going to MT.
All right. And then we got one more from Michael. Only Michael can talk about toothpaste during a broadcast. The mind of Michael Thompson during the Laker broadcast. And
I hate reviews. Get rid of them. But they'll never do that again. The toothpaste is already out of the glass.
Out of the glass?
That's where I keep mine. That's where I keep mine. I just squeeze it all in the glass.
What?
That way you can just dip your toothbrush in there. It's a lot quicker.
Yeah, but then you got a bunch of toothpaste in there overnight.
Yeah, but I don't drink out of the glass, so what? It's quicker, Doug, man. Don't shake your head. Try it. Saves
your quirky habits.
Saves at least 2 minutes brushing your teeth in the morning.
Funch, I'll start with you. That's your guy.
So I'm trying to imagine what he does. So he has a cup and pours a toothpaste in there, and then he kind of like rubs the toothbrush in it, and then he gets
it's like all I kept picturing was like the old time shaves where they have the shaving cream.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And that's what Michael does. I think that's what he's talking about.
But then I also pictured him, because he's a former Laker and he's, got a lot of money and stuff, that he has like a big glass toothpaste holder or whatever that's like crystal or something. I don't know, made out of gold. I don't know.
But doesn't toothpaste get hard if you leave it out overnight?
That's true.
Isn't that why you're supposed to leave it in the tube? And the phrase is toothpaste is out of the tube, Michael. You're like, what? One more time, just the beginning.
I hate reviews.
All right, go ahead.
Get rid of them. But they'll never do that again. The toothpaste is already out of the glass.
Out of the glass.
That's where I keep mine. That's where I keep mine. I just squeeze it all.
And John's reactions are so genuine as he looks at him. DeAndre, tube or glass?
Tube, man. I mean, there's not even a debate. I'm not even going to argue with MT on this one, man.
Nathan, welcome to the show.
Yeah, that's got to be I agree, tube. I love MT, but we all know that he drops his dentures in some effort to get
Buff guy taking shots at the buff guy. Okay, go ahead. Will, this is definitely something for you.
Oh, man. First off, tube. Second off, MT's going to MT.
Well done. Well done. The mind of Michael Thompson will leave you with that. Lakers win 130-125. The next broadcast will be on Saturday. Make sure you get ready with ESPN tomorrow. Evan Cohen in the morning on Sportsmanlike, then Travis and Slee. Now that the World Series is done, shows are back to normal. 10-1, Travis and Slee. Also, Laker Talk Daily with Sleewa on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Mason and Ireland, 1-4. Sedano and Cap, 4-7. Next broadcast for Lakers will be on Saturday in Orlando. Make sure you download the app because every single Laker game can be heard on the app. Lakers are now 3-2 on the season. Clippers are also 3-2. So for everybody working behind the scenes, Rebecca, who did a great job on the highlights, DeAndre Hawkins, Nathan Miller, good job. Excellent appearance. First excellent debut on the broadcast. Will Flores, or Wilbert Flores, or Wilberto Flores, all three of them. And executive producer extraordinaire Michael Funches. I'm Beto Duran. Thanks for watching. Lakers defeat the Clippers 130-125. You will listen to Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.